Today's the day. I'm gonna be painting the frame on the race truck. Everything's been cleaned off, blown off. It's had time to dry. And I think I'm ready to start mixing and spraying. Let's see what this stuff looks like. Whoop. It might be a little chilly to be spraying this, but we're gonna do it. Oh yeah, that stuff's thick. This stuff is a 1-to-1. Where's my tape? Because I'm not a 4-year-old. I might act like one, but I'm not. I like to cut off the little safety tab. Make it easier to get the cap on and off. A little shaky shake. It's been sitting a minute. To the 4. And I am getting this shit all over me. Let's go do this. All right, there it is. The chassis is painted black. I kind of just bombed over everything, including the shocks and the brakes and the fuel filter and all that. That's because I'm gonna replace them. And I wasn't too worried about painting over all that stuff or masking anything up. I think I got pretty good coverage over everything. If I didn't, I'll hit it with a rattle can later. But for now, this gets the chassis done to where I can put the cab back on it, hopefully for the final time. This thing's gonna look really good once all like the new bits and everything are installed. I'm gonna come back out here in a few hours and check this over, make sure it's all good. I had a bunch of runs drip off the leaf springs because those are pretty hard to actually get covered without just bombing them. Kind of wiped them up. I don't really care about the concrete. Top of the chassis. I think it looks really good for what it is. Well, hopefully this camera light is picking up some of this stuff. But it's time to start making the rear floor. And like I said in the other video, it's going to be out of some stop signs or some street signs. So let me go find the pile that I have laying somewhere, because I'd like to have the inside of the floor done. That way I can roll the cab backwards onto its back and then paint the underside and paint this firewall all at the same time before it goes back on the frame. Well, I think this big road construction sign is actually it's gonna be big enough to do the whole back, which would be sweet. Let me get back there. Let's see. I have a lot of junk. Yes, I know. I've got Ooh, I wonder what that sign is. All right, I'm gonna have to pull all these out and figure out which ones I want to use. Got the signs out of storage, and I think these two are gonna be perfect. I've already done the measurements, so it's 53 inches there, and then just trust me on this, it is 60 to that corner, and then it is 27.5 until this ridge. And this is exactly 60 inches wide. The shortest one is 30, and use those in the floor. I think that'll work pretty good. Let's see if this thing fits. Oh. Dude.
Yeah?
Like a glove. Oops, took the paint off.
Oopsie, not my truck.
Oops.
It's overkill for whatever you want.
Let me go to that side.
Ooh.
Ooh, got the cool shot.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
It wasn't that good.
It wasn't that good.
I wanted the floor in. I wanted the floor in. That way when I paint the bottom, it's not just blasting this green paint with.
Yeah.
I feel like this has popped up a little bit. Think I should put one more?
Sink one more. I mean, that's where everyone's gonna be looking.
You didn't put an extra one there.
Oh, did it break it?
It's probably right on top of my MIG weld.
There you go.
Right through the spot weld. Please. Where's it touching? Oh. Don't stand on it.
It's a floor, though.
Oh, that's effective.
That's the tire popper.
Done. That looks good.
Oh, yeah.
I like.
Factory.
Door still shuts. All right, now we get to do the paint underneath. All right, we're gonna call it a night. Got all the trunk spray sprayed. This stuff was really, really old. And I'm talking probably closing in on 7 or 10 years old. Most of the cans worked. Those 2 cans didn't. But we got the whole underside coated. My floor is completely ruined, but whatever. Yeah, it's like 40 degrees. Probably shouldn't be painting this stuff, but we're done. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna put this thing back on the cab. Well, here she is. Cab is on the chassis. Oh, I'm so excited. I just threw the seat in there to play race car. Well, that's going to be it for now. Cab's painted, the underside's undercoated, the firewall's just going to stay primer for now. Next video is steering column brakes, incidentals, and then hopefully going to start the wiring and get this thing fired up really soon. I am really excited about this thing. It is coming together. Chassis done, cab's on. We're about to be running this engine again for the first time in like 7 years. All right, guys, thanks for liking, watching, subscribing, commenting. I am getting some work done on this truck, and it feels really good that this truck is pretty much on the downhill slide of this build. It's been a long time, but I'm excited to hear this thing fire up for the first time in a long time. All right, thanks, guys. See ya.